Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GSA's Celeste Any League. That is a good sentence to be able to say. I am AV Lazy Boy, and I will be joined shortly by Programmatic, who I believe has something to take care of. But yeah, like I said, he'll be joining us shortly. Today we have a race between two excellent runners, Chaikitty and Flare. Yeah, needless to say, these are two top-tier runners who have participated in tournaments before. They are no strangers to this game. And yeah, so also worth noting, both of them have PB'd within the last 2 days. Maybe having something to do with the cutscene skip that was just added to Prologue, which I'll get into once the race begins. Looks like both runners have their file timers, or not file timers, file names set, and we should be able to begin shortly. We aren't doing pre-race interviews like the last tournament, only post-game. Looks like some menuing's going on, and we're getting a countdown in chat, so any second we'll get going and get synced up. And it looks like Chaikitty is off. Now it's worth noting that this race is measured in game time, so the fact that Chaikitty started a few seconds ahead does not matter. And yes, now we're syncing up, and both runners are off to a little game of hopscotch before climbing a mountain. Something easy to get warmed up on before we learn to dash. Although we're actually not learning to dash now. For those of you who don't know what's going on, or haven't been updated in the last few days, we have a new patch that has actually enabled us to skip this first cutscene. And both runners are going into city. So far, clean movement overall. Chaikitty taking a tiny bit of a lead head start. Oh, and Flarebear taking a death. That will help solidify Chaikitty's lead, but we shouldn't see too much happen in terms of a difference in these two runners during the first couple of chapters at least. Mainly because the screens are pretty short. Especially City, it's kind of a claustrophobic chapter in my opinion. And also a very short one at that. Chaikitty coming to the last, I think, 3 screens. Oh, he doesn't quite make his way up the wall there. Still does maintain his lead over Flarebear just a bit. And both runners continuing on to Old Site. It looked like Chaikitty had a bit of a hesitation. I'm not sure if that was a pause in the stream. But no biggie. And after activating that mirror cutscene, we can now dash through these dream blocks, which is widely regarded as Celeste's funnest mechanic by a lot of people. Oh, and it looks like Chaikitty was going for that 3-pixel window to dash straight through that dream block instead of the safer route. Luckily he doesn't die, but he does miss it and loses a fraction of a second there. A fraction of a second may not seem like a lot, but in a race as competitive as between these two, any time save you can get counts. And Chaikitty maintaining his lead into the long room in Old Site. Here it's especially easy to die at the end, although at this caliber you only see that very rarely. And it looks like flarebear is just one screen behind right now. Excellent old sight from Chaikitty, and he is heading into a wake. flarebear hot on his heels. Luckily, actually, it looks like the lead got a bit larger as flarebear got into the awake section as Chai was finishing. It's still only about 15 seconds or so. Oh no! flarebear takes a death because it looks like he lost his momentum and his muscle memory tried to skip the cutscene there, but took a death at the end. Luckily, it's not a very harsh one. And Chai there picking up his first berry of the run. Oh, and oh no, losing that berry actually. Looks like he's trying to land on that platform, but just didn't quite get the height needed. And flarebear is also collecting the key, coming up on the door. So yeah, only minor mistakes from runners so far. Of course, we are in Resort now. Toward the end of this, it features a demo dash, which has been known to cause issues. That, and then later on we've got Bub's Drop. Chapter 6 has Lake Skip. So there's definitely some places where these runners could lose a lot of time and fall behind if they have, or if the nerves get the better of them. But right now it looks like Chai has mainly just been able to take his lead just through his optimized movement. And Chai showing off a brilliant spike jump there. And flarebear is less than one button behind him right now. They were both doing boxes. Flare also getting his spike jump. And Chaikitty is weaving his way through some dust bunnies. Oh no, takes a death. Yeah, again, both runners have had a couple of deaths so far, I believe, but this race has mainly been decided through movement so far, which is what you would expect at this caliber of gameplay. Alright, and both runners are in the laundry portion. Chai taking a fancy approach to that last room there. Getting a little caught up on some stairs, but no biggie. Oh no! Yeah, so it's little time losses like that that are that can add up to quite a substantial lead, but we've been seeing it fairly consistent from both runners. And Chaikitty is coming up on the demo dash here. Oh my god. Good reflexes not killing himself, because it looks like he was trying to skip the cutscene a bit early, but caught himself just in time. does get the demo dash, and Flarebear is coming up on it himself. Does take a death. Second try demo dash for Flarebear. You can see the hesitation. It definitely was warranted. Demo dash, it can be very detrimental to your mentality if you fail it several times. So it's good of Flarebear to take a tiny bit of time there just to get his bearing. Meanwhile, both runners are going on to Oshiro here. Which used to be regarded as one of the hardest parts of the run. It still is one of the hardest. With the addition of 5B and some other pretty insane strategies during the other chapters, it's not as big of a deal anymore, I feel.
Hello?
Hey, programmatic?
Hey. Yep.
Hey, good to meet you
know?
in voice, finally. Yeah, so, yeah, you haven't, or you've missed a pretty interesting start. But, yeah, Chai has taken a bit of a lead here. Has entered Ridge, and Flarebear is just finishing up Oshiro as I say that.
Mm-hmm. That looks like Chai also has a bit of an IGT. Or I guess he started Ridge and Flare hasn't, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Should be a little more lined up now.
Oh, and unfortunately my stream actually just froze there. I didn't see if Chai got to do the Archie strat.
Archie strat?
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people who know about this. Phoenix 4K discovered a strat with a bubble there. It's not like a game-breaking thing or anything. It only saves a fraction of a second, but I'll try to point it out next race if I see it. Flarebear taking a death toward the beginning of the bridge. The lead is gradually widening, which can be problematic.
Yeah. And
however,
Chaikitty is a very recently improving runner. Like he jumped up I think like 10 or so spots in like the last week. Partly thanks to bird skip, but mostly he's just like really jumped ahead.
Yeah, 2 days ago he did get his first sub 30, and yeah, as you said, it's partly due to the prologue skip, but even without, still be a sub 30.
Yeah.
So
like it was a huge sub 30. Like he's number 5 now, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he went from being not even sub 30 to being number 5. So he's definitely a new contender. I'd say even up there with like runners like Oddbot and Nero. So
yeah, for sure.
Definitely be seeing some interesting stuff from him.
And he's dodging snowballs like an expert here. It'll be interesting to see whether...
messed up a little bit of an ultra. A small death.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe all the deaths so far have been small, and we've seen several from both runners. Chai here on the last screen of Ridge.
Oops.
So we're eating a snowball.
Missing the bubble by a little. Oh, and
yeah. Well, he's almost through the wind now. Won't see it again until... And Chai is coming up on the yeet.
Let's see.
Oh,
Gotta go back for it. Oh,
he
yeet!
does get it. I guess that was worth going back.
Yeah. I think it still saved at least like 2 seconds. Even getting a second try there.
Yeah. I'll take your word on that. I don't do the full yeet myself.
I think it saves like maybe 5 seconds at the most. Maybe like somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds. Oh,
Yeah.
he messes up the tape.
Oh,
Looks
no.
like he got cornered trying to wave dash off that pink block.
Yep.
Okay, he's not going to take his chances the second time around.
Probably a smart decision.
Yeah.
Still has Bub's drop coming up, so hope he's in the right frame of mind for that.
Flavor is also going to attempt the yeet. Doesn't quite get the corner piece.
Interesting. He actually got caught under the ledge there, wasting more time. Oh, and it
and it's gonna to ding.
Chaikitty is now showing off perhaps the hardest.
Oh, he corner boosted there. That was.
Oh yeah,
that was flashy, and he gets Bub's drop first try.
Yeah,
that was really flashy of him. I have never seen anyone else go for that corner boost in a.
Yeah, I can't say I have either. And here comes Flare Bear into 5B as well. And Chaikitty is heading into unraveling. I have to say, the room Chaikitty is in right now is it may not seem like it, but it's actually one of the hardest rooms not to just touch the walls like that.
I would disagree. Like, I've only recently been learning 5B, and that's the only room that I can't do that I can do consistently in this part.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you and I.
This room he's in right now, I think this is the hardest room in 5B.
That is very hard. Yeah.
Different people have.
I think of that more as riding a bicycle, though. Like, once you get it a few hundred times, then it's easier to not mess up. But yeah.
This room is also, this is like the hardest room in the Theo part because you have multiple different like sort of mini puzzles that you have to figure out.
Yeah, the developers intentionally, I guess, sectioned off those sections, but didn't add any checkpoints for screen transitions. So
and ironically enough, the impossible room is like the easiest room in Theo because there's no tech, you just do it the normal way.
Oh, as Chaikitty dies on it though.
Yeah.
At the end. But yeah, that looks more like a fluke than a real honest mistake, I guess.
Nails the Ultra.
And Chaikitty is through 5B, as Flare Bear is getting into the unraveling screen.
I wasn't looking at Flavor at the time, but he did get first try Bub's drop, right?
Oh shoot, I missed it too.
Judging by the gap between them, he probably got it first try, but I'm not certain.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he may have missed it once, but oh, he did miss that though. Interesting. He took a different strat the second time with that Seeker. I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah. I do know it's a little easier to get to the wall if you have Coyote distance from the previous room. It might not work quite as well from the death cycle. So if you do hold jump when you bump the Seeker, you can get to the wall even from a respawn. Which is actually something I only very recently realized. Because you've never really needed to do high Seeker jumps in 5A. It's only in 5B that they become required. Same with shockwaves. You've never had to use the shockwaves to launch yourself in 5A.
Yeah, true. I don't play on Switch. Is that still a thing where it doesn't switch? Do you know?
I believe shockwaves hit switches on Switch. I'm not certain.
Okay, I could be wrong on that. And both our runners are taking feathers here. So yeah, it does look like Chaikitty has come out of 5B with a pretty significant lead on flarebear. I don't know if that was due to some costly mistakes or just overall time gain.
Getting a little bit of a sync here. Lessening the gap a little bit visually. Oh, whoops. Okay, he can recover that.
Yep.
As you can still tell, still a very large gap of over a minute. About a minute, 15 seconds.
Chaikitty heading down into the ravine, the section right before the battle line.
He fast falls through it too.
This is also one of the only sections that you swim in this game.
Anywhere else that there's water, you just want to get out of the water as soon as possible, or maybe bunny hop off it. But the reflection is the one exception, with like the very first room after the cutscene and that water room.
And flarebear getting those bumper boosts. Very nicely done.
He doesn't quite get that ultra. Taking the feather doesn't really cost too much, so...
Yeah, it is fun to see people skip that feather, though. Mainly just, like, kind of like, oh my god, he actually did that moment.
Well, when that moment really shows up is when someone does the double ultra, because that strat is just nuts.
Yeah. Flarebear coming in on his battle line boost here. High five. So it looks like the runners are almost exactly half a battle line fight away from each other.
Yeah, about battle line's a little less than 3 minutes long, and they're about a minute and a half apart. So...
And these last screens can be very difficult to recover from if you die. That Chaikitty's on right now. Although, with his lead, it shouldn't affect the outcome of the race too hard, I think.
Just oh, he misses the feather. He's gonna have to improvise a little here. Looks like he can just jump over that laser. Okay, not taking any chance. The cycle is way off.
Yeah, luckily there are a few places that you can pause and get your bearings if you do get off cycle in that last room.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Superline with 2 dashes now.
You mean Pink Celeste?
Yeah, I'm calling it Superline because that's what they did at AGDQ, but yeah, Pink Celeste if you prefer. And it looks like Flarebear is going for a reverse dash here.
He was going for like a reverse dash jump there.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, I mean, I've never seen someone do it in a run before. Like I found that strat before, but I couldn't tell if it was actually any faster.
Yeah.
I think
whatever time it saves, it doesn't look like it's worth 2 deaths though. But...
I've seen TGH lab it on stream, and he said it's absolutely not worth going for. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, it does appear that he is correct.
He also found a corner boost strat that's even less worth it, so...
Oh, in the same room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you, like, hyper from the previous platform, you can corner boost, and it is, like, pixel perfect. The corner boost will launch you all the way through the first tunnel, and then you can dash through the second one without even having to touch the ground.
Oh, wow. Do you know if that's, like, what the task does?
Quite possibly. I don't know. The task probably does like an ultra corner boost or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I haven't watched tasks in a while. I probably should.
As long as you've seen a recent task that has demo dash in it, you've seen most of it.
Alright, and Flarebear is making his way out of Reflection, and we're going to join Chaikitty and Summit shortly. Chaikitty also getting that nifty little ledge grab.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool strat to see. Some beautiful hypers out of those dream blocks from Chaikitty.
Yeah, because the cycle skip there.
Yeah, the 1500 meter is a scary place to skip cycles, but runners of this caliber, they do it very consistently. Definitely one of the more impressive parts of the run.
Yeah.
Oh, especially that run. And Chaikitty landing all 3 of those hypers on the clouds there. That's a strat that we haven't really seen until recently.
Oh, did he do 3 demo hypers?
I don't know about demo hypers. Are those demo hypers? I thought they were just wave dashes off the cloud.
I know the strat that most top runners use in that room are demo hypers, but I thought they only did demo hypers off the first 2 clouds and then just dash to the end. But maybe there's a way to maybe demo hyper off the first 2 and then wave dash off the third or something.
Yeah, I'm getting another auto score skip. Meanwhile, flarebear is entering 1500 and
Flarebear taking a slightly safe on that cycle skip. Still faster than the, I guess, slower strat. Because it does skip the same cycle, but it gets out of the room a little late. It's gonna have to wait for this one though. It goes over that last dust bunny though, so it's still a half cycle skip.
And it looks like he's taking some ultras in this room. Guess that.
Oh, doesn't look like that far enough. Flarebear is gonna do this room from death, which is pretty difficult because the cycles just get all out of whack. You unfortunately can't do the entry strat for this room if you die.
Remember, this is the exact room that I decided to be a speedrunner when I was trying to do it in my casual run through.
The 1500 room that Flare was in, or the one Chai was in?
Yeah, the one Flare was in.
Mm.
And Chai is coming up to the 3000 meter. Assuming he gets this. Which I realize I'm setting myself up for Commentators curse, but these runners don't even care. They're way too good for me.
So far, it looks like if Chai does well, it could be just over 30 minutes in this run, which is still very...
Yeah, so not a PB, but yeah, definitely a solid run from Chai. And a solid run from flarebear. Although the gap has been doing nothing but widen throughout the entire course of the run.
Yeah. Ooh, this is Wabu step.
And Chaikitty making his way through downdraft. Takes a pretty risky strat there, boosting on the spikes. And the flags that Chaikitty is coming up on would be some of the most punishing if he does take a death toward the end of them.
Mm-hmm. This flag in particular, I think, is the longest flag in updraft. Flag 13.
13, yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing he does have such a solid lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doing the diagonal dash at right here is a huge risk that most of the top runners go for, because usually most people will do 2 up dashes there to help give themselves more time to line up that last spot. But the faster runners can just do it with an up left dash first, and still make it through. Oh,
and
take this
Chaikitty also took flag 10. That's not something I expected him to do. I don't know. If
he usually skips both flag 10 and 9. So
yeah,
I don't see a lot of people skip flag 9, but he.
And it does look like Chaikitty's on course to finish in somewhere around the mid-30s, it looks like.
I think
maybe a little less.
Like a 30-20 or so.
Meanwhile, flarebear is in a downdraft.
Maybe closer to a 30-15.
Yep.
Looks like 30-16. Maybe 15.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
Just barely a 30.
15.9, yeah. Excellent race from Chaikitty. we'll see if he can repeat that performance again. If he does, then it's looking pretty bad for Flarebear. But then again, with the stress that these runners take, like, anything could happen. Oh.
Flarebear does a diagonal dash to land. Is he going for the pixel perfect
yeah.
double wall skip?
Yeah, that's what
he knows he hasn't won at this point, so he's just trying to get it. Okay, he's gonna go on.
Let's see if he can. Okay, yeah. Flarebear does get the flag 13. First try. Oh, and he gets that.
He does the diagonal dash to flag 10. Good thing he's still going for it.
Oh.
Good thing he grabbed it.
Yeah.
He's just doing all the swag for entertainment's sake at this point.
Final 6 flags for Flarebear. Flag 2. And it looks like Flarebear is finishing this race with a 32.24, I want to say.
Yeah.
Definitely a solid run. Unfortunately, he's just going to have to do better all around to keep up with Chaikitty. Yeah, excellent race from both runners. And we're probably going to take a short break and come back with a new file name and get ready for race number 2. Flarebear telling us that he's bad. I definitely do not agree with that. Alrighty, so both runners have their file names in place. Pick 9 Uzvelk. Very cathartic to say. And once we get a confirmation that both runners are ready, we should begin with our race number 2. Also worth pointing out that these races are best of 3, However, unlike the previous GSA tournament, all 3 races matter because we use a point system. So runners can win a point for every race that they win, as well as a point for winning the best of 3. So if Chaikitty does take this next race, it is not necessarily, or it does not mean that we're going to just end with two games. We'll go on to a 3rd game. So you can be excited for that regardless of what happens. And countdown has begun in chat, and yep, so flarebear is off to a start this time. Again, since we're using IGT, the early start does not matter.
Yeah.
And we should get synced shortly.
But what if one of them misses bird skip? Then they'll be even, right?
That's true, yeah. I'm actually a little bit anxious of that happening because, like,
no, it can't happen. It's literally just a cutscene skip now.
Well, it is just a cutscene skip, but I mean, these runners have, like, it's a new development, so it is possible that someone could just, like, forget about it.
At least it's not frame perfect anyway, so yeah, they're not gonna forget.
That's good, yeah. I also like how the developers, they're like, okay, you can skip the cutscene, but we're still going to leave you that message there, because that's not just for casual players. Speedrunners need to hear that encouragement.
Yeah. It would be funny if we did still have the pixel perfect, or frame perfect bird skip, because it is still like 2 seconds faster than what we have now.
Yeah.
But
you need to get through the message.
Yeah, the message.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that still exists.
Well, skipping the cutscene the frame perfect way didn't show the message, but
yeah. Looks like a very good city from both runners. Chai is taking a slight lead, as he did before, but I haven't seen any deaths so far.
I guess that diagonal jump.
Yeah, and he did miss that last race.
I think Flarebear was doing like those. Maybe he was just kind of doing an extra neutral jump to save stamina. That's probably what it was.
Oh, yeah.
At first I was wondering if he was doing the like extended neutral jumps that TAS does, but that's probably not the case.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's pretty much frame perfect, so
yeah.
TAS has a way that you can actually like do a climb jump and a neutral jump like within frames of each other and still keep your stamina. So it's like an advanced version of neutral jumping that's slightly faster.
Yeah.
But it looked like he was just doing an extra neutral jump there, so he could climb jump instead of having the neutral jump at the end.
Yeah, he was taking the safer strat, so that would make sense. If memory serves me right, this is less of a lead than Chai had last game. But then again, it is very early in the race, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, this is just old site, but city and old site combined are still almost shorter than the next shortest chapter. So
yeah,
like the 2 chapters combined is only like 15 seconds longer than Ridge.
Flare weaving his way past the last of the battle lines there.
Mm-hmm. Flawless awake from Chaikitty.
Yep. Flarebear also making work of Awake. Oh, does
loses the dash there, but he didn't get cornered at any point. He did miss an ultra during the spring room though, so he had the hyper instead.
Last race he also died by missing the cutscene.
At the end of Awake?
Yeah, at the end of Awake. Not a very costly one, but that was just...
Yeah.
Okay, and Chaikitty getting the last key before the big mess. Yeah, Flare is definitely not as far behind as he was last race.
Yeah.
Wow, Chaikitty made work of those boxes.
Yeah. He did do the slightly slower version of the cycle skip in the second room, but I've only seen a few runners go for that, so...
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't quite climb the wall fast enough.
That's unfortunate.
Like
is that the first death that we've seen this race? I think it might be.
Right, Flarebear gets the cycle skip. Oh, but it has a little trouble climbing the wall.
Wish doing laundry with this fun. That's the magic of video games for you.
Can you skip laundry cycles to make it finish faster too?
I'm sure you could. Put the reds in with the whites. Just another way to save time. Let's see how both runners fare with Demo Dash. It wasn't too much of a problem for him last time. Check if you got it first try. Let's see if you can do repeat. No, unfortunately.
A little low.
Okay, so the second try. No biggie.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing checkpointless Demo Dash at any point during this tournament.
Yeah. Some runners are insane enough to do that. That's hardly what you call worth it.
I mean, it's worth it if you're willing to reset, but you can't reset here, so...
True, yeah.
Flarebear misses it twice, so...
Flarebear...
Oh, Chaikitty gets himself in a little bit of an awkward situation. I didn't see if he, like, overshot the switch or something. But he did die in that room.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at Flarebear.
I think Chaikitty accidentally bumped Oshiro in that room.
Yeah. Whatever he is just in is very awkward. I wouldn't say it's the hardest one.
Yeah. And it looks like he's a little off cycle in this Oshiro room as well, so he might have to improvise at the end of it.
Oh yeah, I'm getting off.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a big death.
And now he has to do it on the death cycle too, which for these runners is probably a less practice cycle.
That's gonna like shrink the lead. If Flarebear gets it here, it's gonna shrink the lead down to like
Flarebear
2
is
seconds.
on the same green.
Yeah, it's like a 3-second difference now. Chaikitty still ahead.
A lot closer than last. Excellent ultras and corner boost from Chaikitty. And I believe same from Flare, although my stream's lagging a bit, I can't see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, the quality for me is dropping a ton as well. It's probably only on Discord's side though.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Chaikitty had to retry the auto scroll.
Oh, did he see which part he died at? Oh, can Flare say this?
I think he popped his head up top of it or something.
Flare is having trouble with this room.
Huh, so both runners are actually being a lot more here than they were in the previous chapter race. But yeah, that does tend to happen after you have a good resort, then Ridge just hits you in the face. And Flarebear on his second auto scroller as Chaikitty is does look like he's taking back his lead again, going into the harsh wind section. Okay, and a few more screens for Chaikitty, and he's on to Chapter 5. Flarebear not too far behind.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Getting snowballs at the end of rooms is particularly tough. It seems like that's when they most frequently hit you because you're just itching to get out of the room.
No,
okay. It was a half E, but unfortunately didn't get the corner boost. We'll see if the cassette room is any better for Chai this race.
He's not gonna go take the risk again. He's
Yeah.
just gonna dash forward instead of hyper dashing there.
And yeet for Flare Bear.
No,
Oh, it does
he
miss
misses
it.
the bunny hop.
Yeah, one of the reasons why yeet is a hard trick is because you have to hold jump for just the right amount of time in order to get your dash back on that platform.
Player got the hyper off the block, but didn't get his dash back for some reason.
Yep, and Chaikitty also got that corner boost right before Bub's drop.
He got it again. Nice.
Yeah,
It's really hard to corner boost off of corners that have spikes on top of them.
yeah, I would never attempt that in a run.
The only reason that's possible is because you're moving up. So the spikes don't kill you unless you mess up the corner boost at all.
Yeah. Good mirror room from Chai, heading into unraveling.
Okay, I'm fairly certain Flavor got Bub's drop, so
Yeah. Also, I take what I said back about it being the hard room on Last Rest. I think it's one of the most awkward rooms, just because of the movement.
well, it's one of the
We might
rooms that
still
you
disagree.
like optimize the least. Like there aren't many fast strats except for fast falling through the gaps, but
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, these
Like,
other rooms are, I mean, as you
a
can
lot
see, are
of like
insanely optimized.
compared to 5A, 5B has fewer sort of unintended approaches to doing the rooms. Like most of what you do in 5B is sort of a faster way of doing the intended method, but that's not to say it's easy. Like even a slow 5B, I'd say, is still harder than a fast 5A.
Yeah,
A lot of
this-
people disagree with me on that.
Well, what I would say is that the strats that are unintended in 5B are definitely more impressive than they are in. So I think it's easier to see when it happens, but yeah, you might be right about just the number of strats that are unintended in 5B.
Chaikitty's having a little bit of trouble in the cassette room.
Oh yeah. Yeah, getting the
Funny
block
out there.
timing with
The
PO
hyper.
is... Yeah.
Because trying to hyper off that last moving platform, if you don't hyper really, really quickly, the leftward movement of that platform actually cancels out all of your hyper momentum, and you just jump straight up without a dash and die. So,
Yeah. Oh, and Flare Bear is struggling with this gauntlet screen here.
yeah. Flarebear's just gonna go for a safe shot here.
Not a bad choice. Oh, and failed leg skip for Flare Bear. That's unfortunate.
2.
Twice, yeah. Okay.
4.
I trust him. I think he can get his bearings. There we go. Okay, yeah.
That's
But,
still
yeah, that-
going to unfortunately lose him like a whole 10 seconds.
that was definitely costly for Flare. Yeah. Chaikitty getting some of those bumper boosts.
So, yeah, again, Chaikitty's almost a full minute ahead of Flavor now. Like about 55 seconds at this point.
Yeah. It's unfortunate to see after the catch-up that Flarebear had, ending Resort just 3 seconds behind him. But yeah, Chai is absolutely playing out of his mind today.
Yeah.
Okay, and coming up on Battle Line Boost round 2.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Hey. Oh, he gets that corner boost, but it didn't extend the hype.
It's a good reaction climbing up the wall like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Flarebear heading into Ravine. And Chaikitty does skip the feather this time.
Oh, hits the corner. Almost a battle and boost.
That one screen always gives me anxiety where they have to race the laser to battle line.
Oh yeah.
Like, even though I know that they're top runners and they're gonna get it. Oh, death from Flarebear there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can do the version where you just jump through the first gap and then dash through the second, it's pretty much 100% consistent, even if you dash a little bit late out of the previous recoil. But
Yeah.
if you do the version where you dash through both gaps, you need to cancel that recoil really quickly to make sure you can do it right away.
Yeah. We'll see how Flarebear does the room, because last time he was also going for dash jump. So we'll see if he goes for that again. But besides,
yeah, I've never seen someone do the reverse dash jump in a run, so
yeah, I can't say I have.
he might just be experimenting. I'm not sure. Maybe he has labbed it and concluded that it's a little faster, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last room of battle line for Chaikitty. He did die here last time, so let's see if he's concentrating extra hard. Oh! He actually fell down the wall there, but does recover it.
Yeah, Flavor just does the jump version this time.
Yeah,
The
okay.
reverse dash jump, even if it's faster, probably isn't worth it. Messes up the water boost a little. Oh!
Oh,
he
no.
accidentally dashes down left out of the rim.
Yeah, that looked like a misdirect.
Ooh, a little bit of that swing.
It's surprisingly difficult to catch yourself dashing up into the edge like that. But Chaikitty, he had reflexes to move over to the side the second time instead of just wasting his dash. And Flarebear has finished the battle line fight. He'll be bouncing his way up to join Chai in Summit shortly. Chai getting a nice ultra through those sort of spiky little holes in the wall there.
And I believe Chai can sub 30 this one.
I think you're right, yeah.
So he's at like 130 right now. And he needs like a sub 845 or so to sub 30 the run, and a sub 845 is definitely attainable for a runner like him. Ooh,
oh
Flarebear
no.
bonks his head. Recovering this room in particular that Flare's in is really hard to do from death, because you need the hyper from the previous room in order to do the fast strat.
Yeah, there are some strats you can do, like a reverse thing, but it's very tight and just not exactly what you want to be going for in a race setting.
Flarebear dies again in this room. Is he trying to... No, he's not. Okay, I thought he might have been trying to do like the fast strat in that room. There's a really inconsistent fast strat there.
Chai showing off his moves in 1500.
Ooh, you might. Yeah, you can't wall boost there now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think he missed the hyper. He's gonna reset the cycle.
Yeah. I didn't see if he just didn't touch the ground or didn't get...
It looked like he didn't get the hyper input for whatever reason.
Oh, huh.
Oh, he didn't get his dash back. It looked like he would have still drifted into the bubble, but maybe the cycle would have been screwed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't quite see it, but I think Flarebear might have just missed the Dream Hyper in that room and it got him killed.
And Chaikitty gets both auto scroller skips as Flarebear is heading into 1500.
Ooh, didn't get a wave dash there.
That was a good demo dash from Chai. In the last screen.
Ooh, and Flarebear again, he gets caught from that second dash.
Interesting.
Ooh, and he gets caught at the end of that room again. This is another room with an obnoxious death cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, Flarebear struggled a lot with this particular room last time, but it looks like he's got it this time. Ooh, just barely.
Yeah, it looks like he was getting slightly behind the cycle, but wasn't enough to take him out entirely.
Ooh,
oh,
good
whoa.
take it safe.
Chai threading the needle, skipping the doors.
This is going to be a really close call, but I'm fairly certain Chai can sub-30 this, so needs a solid 3,000.
We'll have to see. Well, Downdraft seems to be treating him pretty well.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, he does the corner boost spam.
Yeah.
It looked like he messed up the reverse dash jump, and then went and did the corner boost spam as a backup. So messes up the easier strat and backs it up with a harder one.
That does sound like something Chai would do.
A little awkward, not flag 14. Alright, if he gets this flag 13, he's well on his way to this sub 30, I'd say. So,
Yeah, he probably knows it too. I can imagine the pressures. Skips flag 10.
Skips flag 9. And he still goes for that wall boost from the diagonal dash, despite skipping 2 flags in a row.
And it pays off.
Yeah.
45 seconds to go to make a sub 30. That's the flag 3 diag.
Okay, he's gonna need some really good flag 1 movement. That looks like he's got it. Very well done from Chaikitty. That's the sub 30.
It looks
29.57.
59.57, yeah.
Yeah.
Very well done, Chai.
My guess was spot on when I said he needed an 8:45 summit to sub 30 then.
Nice.
And he got an 8:43 with 3 seconds to spare.
Yeah. And Flarebear is coming up on the heart flags.
He wall jumps really high in order to get that fast trap. That's interesting.
Yeah. Looks like he's not going for that like skipping the ledge grab there.
Oh yeah, the one where you get both dashes. And
Yeah.
then you sit on the wall. Oh, you missed
Oh, and
it.
this is the coin.
Only 13 deaths from Chaikitty? I think that says 13.
Yeah, I think that's right.
bitrate is kind of dead for me at the moment. So
yeah, it's because of the snow in Flarebear's Summit, I think.
possibly.
Missing a theme coder. I'm sure Twitch can see it just fine right now, and we're just the only ones who are blind.
I'm sure Twitch's services have a better video encoder than Discord does.
So please correct us if that's not a 13, but I'm fairly sure.
It is a 13. I can see it now.
Okay, yeah.
Dang. It looks like he's not quite gonna make a sub 32, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just
It could be.
I think it's possible.
It could be. It might maybe like a 32.59.
Yeah.
58. Okay.
58. So sub 30 from Chai, sub 32 for Flarebear. Another excellent race.
Yeah, by both of their standards, those are two really good times.
Oh yeah, and exactly twice as many deaths too, though. Flarebear. So yeah, Chaikitty has won 2 races now. That does that. He will take the point for the best of 3. So we'll see next race if Flarebear can sort of halt it at a 3-1, or else if all 4 points are going to go to Chaikitty.
So, yeah, for those of you watching, there is going to be a third race, even though in a best of 3 setting, this would be Chaikitty's win. But since we're going off points, we still need to do the third race. So,
yeah. It looks like both runners are taking a short break to cool down from the last run before we finish off the last and final race for today. We have a new file name. So this will be the final Celeste race for today. But starting tomorrow, we've got plenty of Super Mario going on. We have a few Super Mario 64 races starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. And no Celeste tomorrow, but the next Celeste race will be Noble TGH versus, and that's going to be at 6 p.m. on Sunday. So definitely stay tuned for that. I don't have to tell you, but yeah, that's definitely going to be an exciting race. And it looks like we are getting confirmations from both runners that they're ready to begin the next race. We have our file names put in. One tack knee three.
Yeah, that meme might be a little too subtle for you guys to understand it.
Yeah. It's speedrunner code.
Of course, the runners do pick each other's names. They just happen to pick the exact same one by chance.
Yep. And it looks like they're off.
Players off.
Chai joining him.
I did like a frame perfect cutscene skip there. I didn't even see the pause menu.
Oh well.
It doesn't matter to the time though, because it's the very first cutscene and it doesn't count towards the file timer, but still.
What a waste. Yeah. It's a little game of jump rope without the rope. And a little encouragement from the developers. Matt and Noel want you to know that you can do this. You have their permission. Let's go. And it looks like for the third race, we're seeing a bit of an early lead from Chai. We'll see if flarebear can keep it at bay like he did last race up until restore. Oh, that's an unfortunate one. Again, since it's city, it's not too costly in time.
Oh! He lost his dash twice there because he accidentally wall jumped before landing on the platform. And Chaikitty messes up the. Oh, he messes that up twice.
A bit of a sloppy city from both runners.
Yeah. Chaikitty is going to take about a 3-second lead though.
Yeah.
Closer to 4 actually.
And of course, when I say sloppy, that's within con. That was not sloppy at all regarding how things could be if we have lesser runners. I think that goes without saying, but I may as well say it anyway. Also, a quick death from Chai on those spikes there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nothing too big.
Yeah, Old Site doesn't have many large deaths in it, except for maybe like the last 2 rooms of the battle and chase.
Yeah, it's really it's mainly the last room when you have to weave between battle line and that things can get scary. But yeah, for these runners, they have the routes mapped out. It's
Chaikitty gets the double diagonal. Flarebear, I'm pretty sure, just grabs the wall because it's safer.
And here we are in the long downward room of battle line for Chaikitty. And for flarebear.
Oh!
Okay. He kept his cool. he got through it.
That was a situation right there.
Yeah. Oh, and that was interesting. He actually didn't quite dash into the dream block.
Yeah, probably didn't get. Oh, he was trying to fastball there and accidentally crouched on the corner for a split second. That's gotta be a little annoying.
Oh yeah. That's one of the many nuanced movement issues with Celeste that's particularly annoying when you have to deal with it.
Yeah, so Flare is actually gets a deathless, I'll say, and with one death from Chai, but it was a lot of movement errors in Flare's run, unfortunately. So Chai is going to take like about like a 10 or
a bit of a lead, yeah. Oh no.
Oh, Flare, I think, did he try to fastball under the dust bunnies?
Yeah, he tried, but I think he took too much time on the platforms above it.
Mm-hmm.
He still is much closer than he was in the last.
Yeah.
Although last race he was able to catch up.
So in this case, it looks like it's more due to errors on Chai's part than it did.
That's true. Yeah.
Flare doing better. Flare is definitely still struggling a little this run. Oh no! Oh no! This is not a room you tend to see people struggle with.
Yeah, but once you do start struggling, once you do get the dust bunny at a small platform there, it's very difficult to recover from. Looks like Flarebear hits the Oshiro cutscene just as Chaikitty hits the button to collect the boxes. So the lead has definitely widened. There's a few mistakes on Flarebear's part, which is a bit unfortunate. But we still have Demo Dash coming up. We can see how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Demo Dash and Oshiro has been proving to be a game changer. Or maybe not a game changer, but a chapter changer on these races.
Yeah, Chaikitty does the TGH version of that laundry room. Though I remember TGH has been attempting the Flare Derby corner boost, so maybe we'll see that next time.
Yeah. And finishing up laundry. Let's see if he can get clean movement through this key room. Yeah, he does. And Flarebear has finished up cleaning up his resort. Runners heading to the roof to spar with
I guess our first try. That was a very fast.
Yeah.
Aside from it being first try, that was a very fast demo dash. Oop. Flare misses the crystal, but Dash is down anyway, so I'll have to climb the wall a little. Oh.
Oh no.
That's a long one.
Yeah. It looks like he went a little too far to the left for wave dashing. And,
oh.
Luckily he didn't touch the dust bunnies on those platforms.
Yeah.
Redoing that room is pretty detrimental.
Looks like it goes too low.
He set himself up, or took time setting himself up, but looks like it's taken.
Yeah, so I did see a post in the I think Speedrun General channel that actually went over some of the specifics of Demo Dash, and turns out that sub-pixels are actually taken into account when determining which frame you should do the dash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's not sub-pixel perfect, but depending on what sub-pixel of that setup pixel you're at, the time that you have to jump is slightly different, or dash is slightly different.
Yeah, I entirely believe that, knowing how hard that dash. I assume that's for all demo dashes, not just that.
Well, I mean, it's the sub-pixel. Like, it can be anywhere within the pixel that you have to dash through, but it's the sub-pixel on the wall. Like, you know how there's the setup where you line your foot up with the black pixel on the wall? Yeah. Well, even if it's set up with that black pixel, you can actually be like a quarter of a pixel of difference on that pixel. And sometimes you may have to jump a frame sooner than you normally would.
Wow, yeah.
Dash a frame sooner than you normally would. Sorry.
That definitely explains, well, one of the reasons why it's such an inconsistent trick.
Yeah. Because like until I found that out, I was unsure how people are still able to die from the top dust bunny, even if they have the set. Because I didn't think it was possible to go too high, but it turns out if you can be a few sub-pixels too high to still hit the top dust bunny. Ooh. Oh. Chai accidentally brushes his face against that corner while trying to move the block down, so he's gonna have to do it again. He brought that block really low. That was probably like a pixel away from getting turned into a wave dash. So.
Yeah. Yeah, bringing that block low is also pretty risky because you can actually get your momentum canceled. It's kind of bizarre when that happens. Chaikitty chilling out, waiting for that auto scroller. And skip it.
Oop. Can you still get the cycle? Yeah, I can.
FlareBear going starting that strat with the wave dash on.
Yeah.
On the auto scroller.
The wave dash lets you start a little further left, which makes it slightly safer.
Yeah. But it is another input that you have to worry about. So.
Mm-hmm. You can also do it with a reverse hyper to make it even safer, but then that's even more inputs.
Yeah.
If you're good enough at timing ultras, you can just do it with a regular hyper, and that's the least complicated way to do it.
Chaikitty bopping that snowball. Is there a good theory on who's throwing these snowballs?
There are a lot of different theories.
Okay. Because it's definitely someone throwing.
Jokes, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd say Theo's grandpa's ghost.
I mean, there most certainly are ghosts on Mount Celeste, so that can't be ruled out immediately.
Yeah.
That's also clearly the reason why Theo managed to get ahead of you, because he didn't have to deal with the snowballs.
True, yeah.
I mean, technically for the speedrunners, the snowballs can make you go faster, though, because there's the snowball ultra that you do.
Right, yeah.
The section would probably be slower without the snowballs, to be honest.
Can't believe I'm saying that. Thank you, snowballs.
Oh, yeet.
Excellent eat from Chaikitty. Oh, getting a little stuck on that screen. Luckily, nothing dangerous in that room, though.
And Chai is just going to continue going, just foregoing the ultra there for safety's sake.
Yeah.
After missing it once, he's
Flarebear
not too
missing
confident
the
hitting
button there.
anyways.
Now, if I remember right, Chaikitty...
Flarebear gets eat this time.
Eat from Flarebear, yeah. If I remember right, Chaikitty is 2 for 2 for Bub's drop.
And 3 for 3
And...
with that corner boost.
There he goes. It's like his practice has certainly paid off on this. I know he was a little anxious about Bub's drop, at least on stream yesterday.
I would be more anxious about that corner boost he's doing. That's nuts.
That's true, yeah.
That said, Bub's drop is a very precise shot.
Although, to be fair, messing up Bub's drop does take...
It does take more time away, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Flarebear, I think he died in the cassette room. Oh, he misses a cycle skip. That's unfortunate.
Chaikitty into unraveling. Flarebear is start up 5B. First try Bub's drop from Flare.
Chaikitty has had a very clean 5B so far. Only like maybe one small movement error in the gauntlet room. Oh, is he gonna take a safe shot here? He is. Uh, 226, still a sub 230, which is really good.
That is gonna be hard for Flare not to lose time on that. Even though he has gotten Bub's drop already, so the worst is over, but
yeah,
definitely some hard screens ahead. Okay, and Chaikitty coming up on Lake Skip. Oh, takes death there.
Is it once? It's a second try.
Oh, he actually got the bounce.
Oh,
but
did he not get back to the wall?
it looked like, yeah, he didn't get back to the wall for some reason.
He might have accidentally been holding right when he wall boosted. I don't know. Would have
Either
happened.
that, or he let go of left. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, Flarebear taking a death toward the end of that gauntlet. And Chaikitty is just flying through these wide open screens at the beginning of Reflection.
Oh,
In my opinion, oh, yeah.
Flare died there. What were you saying?
I'm gonna wait for Flare to get the heart. Okay. Yeah, in my opinion, the beginning of Reflection is one of the most cathartic places in the run to play, just because you get to like really do those like extra long extended hypers and whatnot.
Whoa. He got so much momentum from that ultra, he just kept crashing, didn't even need to dash. So Flarebear is having trouble with Lake Skip again. Alright.
Okay, second try. So he actually did save time over Chaikitty.
It's gonna take a lot more than that though, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, yeah. And battle line incoming. There we go. Beautiful battle line boost from Chaikitty. Oh, death from Flare. Looks like he dashed a bit too early, hitting.
Yeah, looks like he exited the crouch state before he cleared the spikes.
Oh no. Looks like Chaikitty takes a death this time on this room. He wasn't going for the same strat that Flare was, but he did jump a little late, it looked like.
Did he touch the spikes or get hit by the laser?
He touched the spikes.
And that's why one of the reasons why some people still dash to that first gap instead of jumping over it, because you need the time to jump right or else you can still hit the spikes.
Yeah.
Because you need to jump cleanly over the spikes while also not rushing the corner before them. Oh.
And
Flare brushes a corner during battle and boost, but still gets enough momentum to reach battle.
Doesn't slow him down too much. And Chai definitely has a stronger lead here than he had almost the entire battle line fight ahead of Flare.
Yeah, this is looking like another potential sub 30 for Chaikitty if he can match the summit he had last time.
Let's hope he does. That would be exciting.
He has, I think, even more room this time around, though. He could probably still get it with, let's say, 2106 right now, right? Yeah, so he'll need
Yeah.
like an 850 or 849 or better. Oh, a little trouble there. Just gonna wait out a cycle.
Interesting way to recover from that. I have to say that actually is a good decision, because like if you do jump up, then there is a chance that you can like land at just the wrong time and get hit back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Chaikitty is going to have to show us another amazing summit if he wants to get that sub 30. Definitely possible, and the way he's been running today, I definitely
he's gonna get his dash back there though. He's gonna go for it again though. This is it twice. He's content on getting it. Okay.
Yeah.
Intent.
Definitely showing a feat of confidence there. Failing a hard strat twice and still going for it, even knowing that it could put you off pace. And Flarebear is joining Chaikitty in Summit shortly. And we're getting more hyper dashes out of Chaikitty here.
Oh, misses one though.
Yeah.
Of course, missing the dream hyper there just causes you to dash diagonally straight into the spikes.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single hyper out of a dream block in that section that's actually safe to perform, or where you have like a backup if you fail.
I know of one, but I'm pretty sure it's the only one.
Yeah.
I do know you can actually demo dash to do dream hypers, and if you mess that up, you'll dash forward instead of diagonally, which might make it a little easier to save. But
oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't tried doing that. So. Chai is finishing up his 1500 without a problem. Oh, Flare falling off that zipper.
Oh, he can save this.
That's very close. Yeah, he's having some same struggle that Chai.
Oh, Chai in that room too. So far, I'm not sure if Chai can to 30 at this point. We'll have to see. Did have a lot of early mistakes though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Getting 2 sub 30s in a row is a pretty high toll to ask, so.
Yeah.
It would be great if he does manage to pull it off, but yeah, it's definitely not something fair to expect from him. Flarebear is making his way through his dream blocker. And some more hypers from him. Oh! Yeah, it looks like he ran out of dashes there.
That was a little weird. He went above the bubble and then fell down into it.
Yeah. Oh, and he got that corner boost off of that second wall there.
Uh-huh.
Most runners, even at this caliber in a race setting...
Oh, he lost his dash there.
Oh, yeah, did he not get it back on the block? That's weird.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get that wave dash from death too, so...
Yeah, especially when you line up 2 dashes going, as opposed to just, like, falling and then wave dashing off of it. Chaikitty actually resetting before he even made it through Thread the Needle. I think he knew he didn't have the distance.
He might have lost his dash.
Oh,
I don't see another reason why you wouldn't retry in there. Like, if you have the reaction time to actually retry faster than it takes to just die to threading the needle, then that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that would.
He probably
ridiculous.
most likely lost his dash there, and that's why he retried. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look sub 33able at this point. It's gonna need like an 830 or something.
Yeah, low 30 definitely is, though.
Does the corner be spam again?
Flarebear coming up on 2500. And IGT is synced now, so...
Oh no, Flarebear can't quite get this Coyote jump. Okay.
Chaikitty running out of stamina on flag 14 just in time for the final jump.
Well, that was a weird entry from Flarebear. He had to take the bubble.
Oh yeah.
I'm having trouble with key skip now. Fortunately, this summit really hasn't been going Flarebear's way.
And that's another flag 10 and 9 skipped from Chaikitty. Does hit flag 7 though.
Oh no, and Flarebear misses door skip. Oh, he gets cornered there.
Oh man.
So many bad things are happening right now.
I have to say, at least it did happen at the beginning of...
Yeah.
This room is long, yeah.
Oh, Chaikitty slams his face into those spikes twice to start the 5-3.
Yikes.
Flarebear is gonna have to pick it up even to sub 930 this summit.
And 30 mark on flag 1 for Chaikitty.
It's a little unfortunate, but still a really good run.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a very strong display of Celeste playing right there.
Oh,
Also
Wait,
got
where
corner
does the
boost
spike
fan,
hop?
yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't the corner boost. That was where you straight up jump on a spike.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I
Which
saw
is
that
slightly
definitely.
faster than the corner boost.
He actually only took one dash into that. And on the flag 13.
Doesn't go for the diagonal this time.
We're passing the 32-minute mark. It does look like it's shaping up to be a strong finish player, even though there were mistakes earlier.
Oh,
I say as I
Small
curse
flag
him. I'm sorry, Flare. I'll take responsibility for that one.
yeah. Cursor of runs has been cursed in his own run.
That was an interesting.
That was a weird, way to get to that gap.
Skips flag 2 with that bunny hop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was going to end in disaster either. All right, and that is race 3 between Flarebear and Chaikitty.
So I believe we're going to have a post-race interview in just a moment. Yeah, that definitely came down to deaths on Flarebear's side. 35 is higher than usual for sure.
Yeah. Yep, it looks like we are getting post-race. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello?
Yo.
Hey.
Hi. So yeah, I have to say that was an excellent race to watch from both of you. So yeah, this is both of your first race in the Celeste League. So yeah, why don't you tell us first about how you're feeling going into it, and how it feels after it's done. I guess we can start with Chaikitty.
Yeah, so I think I'm pretty happy with how it went. It went pretty closely to what I expected. Definitely, you saw in pretty much most of the races. Resort is what I've been struggling on the most recently.
Yeah.
But also what I've been practicing the most, Reflection and Summit. Those went pretty well in all but the last race. So I was definitely really happy. But yeah.
Congratulations on that sub 30.
Yeah, thanks.
We got a sub 30 and a sub 32.
The third one really should have been a 30, but I choked on Summit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That second race was really good for both of you by both of your standards.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, definitely the strongest for both runners. Yeah, so Flare, how are you feeling race?
Embarrassed and disappointed.
Well, that's not a good way to start.
Yeah, the second race, just by judging it off of like how close it is to my PB, like, oh yeah, at least I got a 31, you know, my PB's a mid 31. Like, I'd still think it was a garbage run. Like, my sum of best is 29.33, and I just can't get a run that's anywhere close to that. Like, any day now, I'm just gonna like get a really big PB, but like, I'm just playing really inconsistently, and I'm at one of those points where I just hit a wall. Right, like my sum of best keeps going down, but my PB stays stagnant, and and that's happening so incredibly hard right now. Like I've dug some of best down into mid 29, and I still can't even get like a 30. I don't know.
Yikes.
There weren't really any good splits that I had in any of the races in that run, except like, I don't know, I got like a decent ridge in the third run, but the third run was still the slowest of all of them.
Well, with some of best like that, hopefully it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just consistency practice, just playing levels over and over and over. That's what I did with Reflection earlier this week.
Yeah. Kind of like having a large gap between your SOV and your PV is just a sign that you got to work towards consistency.
Yeah. I mean, one of the main things I was upset about is that Summit was so bad in all my races, because Summit is the most practiced chapter as of late. So I've probably just mind blocked myself on that. Because I don't know.
Like it does suck when like the stuff you practice most is not what pans out, because like it does end up feeling like you're doing all that work just for like backward progress almost. So if it's any condolence, it did not look like a bad race from our perspective. But yeah, so and going into the future, because there is no elimination. So, how are you feeling about the league as a whole, like this race aside? I guess I'll start with Chaikitty again.
So I think it's really cool. Just that we're able to, I guess, play against everyone. Whereas in the previous GSA tournament, it was more of a single elimination. So there were a lot of runners that we never got to see race against each other. But this time, just the way it's structured, I think it's really cool that we'll just be able to race against everybody. But also that because the tournament is going to last over the course of, the first segment of it is going to last over the course of 11 weeks. That gives runners plenty of time to, kind of see what went wrong in some of the earlier races and prepare for the upcoming races as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and Flare, how do you feel about going?
As for me, until I make a big kind of jump in PB, which I mean hopefully will happen anytime soon. As of right now, I'm not looking to have like any like super exciting matches, except for my match with Evan's fight, because I'm on the lower end. I would like to be able to compete with people like Black Pear and Moose, but I gotta get there. I didn't want to get any 32s, and I got 2 here. I would like to be getting at least 31s all the time, because like I clutched out at least 131 in the set, and it was by no means a good run. So it's really not hard. I just need to like not lose.
I think you and Evan Spider are in a very similar situation at the moment, so we'll definitely be seeing it. Be interesting.
I agree.
Each other.
Evan also has a really low sum of best. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Hopefully I do better next time.
Who are you most interested in facing off against soon, Chai?
Soon? Well, in the third round, I'm versus Millet. I think that should be a close one. I mean, just a week ago, he was above me on the leaderboard before I got my PB. So
and we had Millet versus Scrub Lord just a bit ago, and I think that was the closest match we've had so far.
Yeah, that was a really close. But I don't know. I think that'll be a fun matchup, just because, like I said, a week ago he was ahead of me. Next week maybe he'll be ahead of me again. Like just because everybody's improving so much.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a close race.
And
also looking forward to Scrub Lord, Black Pear, runners that I didn't get to race in the previous tournament.
And Flarebear, you mentioned Evan's fight. Anyone else racing? I mean, besides all of them. But
I guess Flad, so that I can spend 30 minutes doing dumb strats and dying to them and not have to care.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I said, I would like to play well against the mid-high 30 runners like Moose or Black Pair, or I don't remember who else. I'd have to look. Yeah, it's two just off the top of my head.
Cool.
All right. So unless you guys have any final comments, we'll probably wrap up.
No, I think it was good. Just thanks to both of you for commentating.
Right. Yeah, you both did very
GG's
well.
Flare, thanks for the race. It's fun.
I'll give my usual closing comment, which is speedrun a hat in time.
All right.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mentioned before, but I'll mention again. So this is the last race today, but tomorrow we have some Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Odyssey starting at 2 p.m.
all
Eastern.
the Mario, basically.
Oh yeah.
We got 3 runs from both games, so.
Yeah, and if you're here for Celeste, our next race is going to be TG versus Psyched. That's on Sunday at, I don't have the schedule here, I think it's 6
p.m. EST.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Follow GSA to hear more updates on Celeste League and the other leagues going on. And thank you both for some amazing races today.
Yeah, and thanks for commentating with me.
Yeah, thank you.